Okay, here we are. Let me just say hello to everyone. Let me get this going. Glad everyone could join me. How are you? If you're joining me, tell me in the chat. Tell me in the comments where you're from. Let's get this warmed up a little bit. I'm going to get my lotion going here. Get my hands warmed up to work on this keyboard here. We got a lot to unpack today. We are going to dive deep into Facebook groups. So I really want to know in the comments, please, if you're joining me, so I know who I'm talking to and what I'm talking about, I want you to tell me if you have a Facebook group already as a realtor, as part of your business, you know, sphere of influence, let's call it, right? You should have a Facebook group. You should have several, as far as I'm concerned. I've got Facebook groups for all kinds of reasons. Okay, so we'll talk about that today too. But do tell me in the comments if you have a Facebook group for your real estate business, okay, that attracts leads for you. That's the type of group we're talking about and looking for today. All right. Uh, I think you got to be careful if you are following some influencers. And this is just my personal opinion. I'm going to chat for a minute here. I think you need to be careful if you're following influencers and, they're talking about engagement and groups and that kind of stuff. I think we ought to kind of go in with a preconceived notion that our group will be everything that real estate marketplace or real estate mastermind is. You know what I'm saying? These large real estate groups that we're involved in seem to have endless content and endless activity flowing through them. And maybe you tried to start a group, with your customers, or maybe something, if you're into dogs and you wanted to start a dog group, a dog mom group, or anything, or just a mom's group. And the engagement was a little lacking, right? And you don't really know how to get that up and running. We're going to talk about some of those things today too. Okay. So if you've got a group and you're tired and you don't know how to get that pumping for you, and especially you don't know how to monetize it. When I say monetize it, that means how are you going to make money off of that group or with that group? Okay. So if you've either got groups that are kind of dying on the vine, you're here today maybe to try and revitalize it. Or if you do not have a group at all and you're curious about how you can create this for your business, because this honestly, it's the cream of the crop as far as I'm concerned. All right. It needs to be a pillar in your business. A Facebook group is the top of your lead magnet. Okay. So we'll talk about that. Hello, Megan. Hello from Atlanta, Georgia. I appreciate the comment. This is a lot more fun if you comment with me. Okay. So tell me in the comments where you're from and whether or not you have a group, please. So I know if I'm leaning towards people who have groups that are dying on the vine, are looking for something to do with them, or agents who don't have groups at all. So thank you, Megan. I appreciate you. All right. All right. So, okay, before we get started, I'm going to pop myself out and we're going to get started here. I'm going to say, go ahead and let me get that in. Can you hear me now? Boom, boom. Now you should be able to hear me. Yes, Jake? Yes. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, this is just the way technology goes, doesn't it? Good thing we're just getting started. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Jake. I really appreciate that. Okay. When you're a one horse show, that's just what happens, right? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. This is what I'm saying. I wanted to ask you, why are you here today? And of course, in the comments, I was looking for where are you from, right? And how many groups, if any, do you have? Please tell me in the groups. Do you have Facebook groups? Yes or no? And if you do, how many? And I'd love to know what topic it is too. All right. But if you're here for a nugget or two, that's okay too. That's why I attend webinars. I feel like I can always get a nugget or two and get something started. So if you're here for number one, let me know. That's okay. Number two, you're either intrigued about the idea about creating an unlimited lead source with a Facebook group, and it can generate consistent prospects for you. So those are the people that are intrigued that do not have a Facebook group currently. Okay, good. Somebody here has 4 groups. Love it. Love it. Okay, thank you. Yeah, and Megan's going to open up her groups. Okay, good. Good. All right, so you're here for number 2 if you're looking to set up your first group. Okay. Now, and when I talk about groups, I'm not talking about just any group. So we'll dive deeper into that. I'm talking about a specific lead generation group. Okay. All right. Renee, thank you for responding. 2 Facebook groups, 1 an area 1, and 2 is a VIP for past clients. Excellent. Excellent. See, those are 2 different type of groups we're going to talk about too. Public or private groups. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for responding. And reason number 3 is, like I said, you already have some groups and maybe you're stuck. Okay. Maybe it's just dying on the vine. Maybe you're just not getting any kind of engagement and you're wondering, what the heck are you doing this for? Right. So that can happen too. Trust me, that can happen too. Okay. All right, so let's just keep rolling. Tell me if you're 1, 2, or 3. Right here, we're going to take a little break. Tell me if you're 1, 2, or 3. Okay, I got to slow my roll here. If I don't, I just will go too fast. And I don't want to overwhelm you, okay? So tell me right now if you're here for 1, 2, or 3. Okay? You either just want to pick up a couple nuggets, you either don't have a group, and you're looking to start your first lead generation group, or you have a group and you just can't figure out how to monetize it and get money out of it and make it work for you. Okay. All right. Good. Good. I love it. I love it. We're seeing, I've got 2, 3, 3's good. Okay. Perfect. All right. Good. So I see a lot of people have a group, which is great, and you're looking to monetize it. Okay, wonderful. All right. This is one of my favorite. I want to put this thought in your mind before we go forward. This is absolutely something that is my guiding light. All right. I don't know if you've ever read the book Atomic Habits. Every entrepreneur should read Atomic Habits by James Clear. And his famous quote is, "You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fail to the level of your systems." Okay, now let that sink in. And when that sunk in for me, I understood that it was my systems that were going to catch me when I fall. Okay, when I say when I fall, that means when I go on vacation, or maybe when I'm sick, or maybe I'm just overwhelmed and busy showing property or listing property. It's my systems that catch me when I fail, right? It's my CRM that keeps every single prospect in line with a task for follow-up. It's my handwritten note system that triggers when a handwritten note has to go out. It's my consistency in delivering my heartfelt email correspondence to my database. And it's my consistency driving traffic to my website for lead generation. Those systems catch you when you fall. Okay. So I want you to keep that in mind, right? You cannot be a lone horse in this business and not have the systems that are going to keep your poop in one scoop. I mean, let's be honest. If you don't have systems in place, you're running around working harder and not smarter. Okay. All right. So here we go. I'm not going to bore you. I want to just give you a little bit about me because we do have a lot of new agents that have come into the breakthrough group, which I love, love, love. And so I just want to give you a quick synopsis of me. I have been a real estate broker for going on 24 years this year. We got our real estate sales licenses in the year 2000, and we formed our corporation of record, and we hired a broker of record for our corporation. It was our business, our brand, our bank account, our expenses. We paid him an override, and that's all we got from our broker. Okay. It took me 14 months back then. Today it takes a little bit longer, but 12 months back then to get my broker license and execute our exit plan with our broker. And we got him out of the picture. And it's been our business ever since. Okay. So what we've learned, we've learned from the school of hard knocks. Okay. So I've learned that I have been generating business consistently from Facebook since 2011. All right. And I have been an entrepreneur for over 30 years. Prior to getting our broker license and our broker business started, I was a licensed mortgage broker for about 17 years before that. Okay. So that's me in a nutshell. Don't want to bore you. Again, let me introduce you to my children. This is my daughter, Cecilia, in the yellow, and my son and his wife over here. That's Thomas. A lot of you know Tommy, or you've dealt with him in the past. He's my right-hand man. He's also a licensed broker. And my daughter is our photographer. They have literally grown up in our business. She was born in the year 2000, and she cut her teeth literally on our office rug. Okay. She started taking our photos, our property photos, when she was 12 years old, because we listed and sold REO listings during the crash, the Great Recession. So she cut her teeth taking photos of REO properties, and she had to file a tax return for her photography business when she was 12 years old. Okay. So don't ever think that you can't raise your children in this business. You can make this business anything you want. Now, I apologize for this black screen here. That was a picture of myself, but apparently it didn't upload correctly. All right. But I want to let you know that I rely 99% of the marketing does the heavy lifting. I don't do door knocking, cold calling, none of that. And I get come list me phone calls, right? Come list me phone calls. Who doesn't love a come list me phone call, right? All right. I want you to imagine how it would feel if you would automate your business with virtual prospects. Now, everybody's looking for their sphere of influence. When you watch those posts in those big real estate groups, where did your last transaction come from? I guarantee you the majority of those responses are from my sphere of influence. All right. Would you agree? The majority of the business in a down, slow market is always going to come from your sphere of influence, your circle, and how well you cultivate your sphere of influence is going to determine your success in a down market. Now, down markets are nothing to be afraid of. This business is circular. You can expect down markets. You should expect down markets. You should prepare for down markets. And how you prepare is you make sure that you are building your business, and your business is your email list. Okay. All right. So I want you to visualize what your business would look like if you knew where your next prospect was. And if you could tap into that at any moment. And that's what a Facebook group will do for you. That's what the right Facebook group would do for you. Not just any group, the right group. The right group that is monetized to generate leads for you. Okay. Success does not come from what you do occasionally. It's going to come from what you do consistently. All right. So you have to plant the seed, and you might have maybe a handful of people in your group today, but I want you to be able to visualize having 5,000 people in your group, 6,000, 8,000, 10,000 people in your group, and what that would do for your business, right? I want you to visualize that, because if you could plant that seed today, I guarantee you that that seed is going to feed your business for the rest of your career, okay? Or let's say as long as Facebook exists. Even though Facebook likes to put a thorn in us every 6 months, they change something, and they just, sometimes there's no rhyme or reason to what Facebook does. So you have to really keep up with that. You have to really dive in to what they're doing and make sure that you're tapped in to everything that they offer. And Facebook groups is absolutely one of the best things that is free, okay? Absolutely free, that you can create on Facebook, okay? So let's get started, okay? Everybody should have downloaded the group checklist. We're going to use that here in just a minute. But right now, we're going to first talk about monetizing Facebook groups. That's really what we're kind of all here for, isn't it? Monetizing. How can we monetize it? And that means how can we make money? How can we make money with our Facebook groups? All right. This is the formula, right? I want you to take this down. I want you to write this down. I want you to write this on your bathroom mirror. I want you to write this in your planner every day. I want you to think about this. This is the formula. This is the secret sauce. Audience plus offer equals sales. Okay? Say that for me. Say it in the comments for me. Give me a hell yeah. Give me something. Wake up. Make sure you're with me. Give me an audience plus offer equals sales, because here we go. Okay? Audience. You have to build the audience. You're going to build community. You're going to build that know, like, and trust. And more importantly, what you want to build is reciprocity. Okay? Look it up if you don't know what it means. Reciprocity is the magic pill. If you caught my story about the beads from my Mardi Gras experience, you'll understand the concept of reciprocity. Those Buddhist monks, they understand the concept of giving you a gift. And when they give you a gift, you kind of feel obligated. You feel obligated to listen to them a few more seconds, right? And before you can say no, they're giving you another gift, right? Now you've got 2 sets of beads, and you're still trying to say, oh, thank you, and then he's giving you another gift, right? And you feel obligated to stay in this little exchange you have going. And then he shows you the picture of the new temple that's being built. And when that comes out, my husband knew what was going to happen next, So he pulls his wallet out, and he pulls together $3 he's prepared to give him. And he lays it on this little notepad. And the monk says, no, $10. Jake says, no, $3. No, $10. No, $3. You can take it back. So we start to give him back his necklaces. And no. And he insists we keep the beads. But he walked off with our $3. He got the $3 out of us, right? Now, would he have gotten that $3 out of us had he not given us the beads and started the conversation with the beads, right? That's what reciprocity is. That's what reciprocity does. When you give your audience something, and we all like to say something of value, but I'm going to say something tangible, right? When you give your audience something tangible, then you have built real reciprocity. And that's how I do it. Okay. All right. The next concept in that audience plus offer equals sales. You're going to deliver your offer. How do you deliver your offer? What are we talking about when we say deliver an offer, right? We're building an audience in this Facebook group, the right kind of Facebook group with the right kind of targeted avatars that you're looking for to be leads, right? Because when they're in the Facebook group, they're just suspects. You suspect that someday they're going to buy a property or sell a property. They don't become prospects until you deliver an offer and they act on your call to action, right? That's your offer. When you give a call to action, so that could be an invitation to your website, your IDX website. You share listings in your group and they levitate to your website. They'll eventually register, and that's when they become a prospect. When you have a name, email, and a phone number, and some interest, you've got something to talk about, they become a prospect. Okay. Other than that, they're just in the cloud. Okay. They're people in the cloud. Until they register on your website, they're in your ecosystem. Another offer is an invitation to your email list or an invitation to your referral partners. Or you could promote your services, your sales, your listings, of course, in your groups, right? But let's look at this one, referral partners. If we want to talk about monetizing some Facebook groups, now, of course, you would need to have a sizable audience to make it feasible, but you can absolutely monetize a Facebook group by paying, requiring vendors to pay to post inside of your group. You know, $12 a year. I'll allow you to post in this group of 10,000 people that I have, right? Do you think you might be able to accumulate a few self-employed people that would like to promote their business in your group, right? There's lots of ways that you can monetize housing groups and Facebook groups, okay? All right, so we're going to keep going. Now we're going to talk about converting them to sales. Offer plus audience, or I'm sorry, audience plus offer equals sales. Now we're talking about them coming down your pipeline. They have come down your call to action. They have visited your website and they have registered. So from your group, we are going to drive traffic to your website for lead capture. Okay. And it's a beautiful thing because all of that growth, the majority of that is all organic done through Facebook. Now, absolutely, if you want to get your horse to the races faster, there are strategies, techniques, things that you can do for group growth that you can get there quick. You can get there in real quick, right? Pull out your wallet, Facebook will get you there, right? True? All right. Now we're going to get into the group structure itself. Okay, so these are for this part is for the people who do not have a group whatsoever. Okay, we're going to craft your group. This is your group strategy. The first thing you're going to want to think through is the name of your group with a hook. Okay, you need to know who your avatar is, who you are trying to attract. I suggest you do some keyword search, or I've got a specific group that I set up and my students set up, and we don't think about it. We just follow the path that has been successful since 2015 for me. Okay. But the first thing you're going to have to decide is your hook and your name. The second step you're going to do is create your rules and your guidelines. Now, if you want to attract leads from the group, for example, you've bounced in probably 100 groups. You know that there are questions that need to be asked before you allow membership. You know that you have some triggers there that you could put in place to start building your email list so that you can nurture them on the next level, right? That's the secret, right? But you'll be creating rules and guidelines and you'll think through that process, okay? And then you're going to design a cover image. Now, I want you to keep in mind that that cover image is the image that is in the threads that Facebook put in front of people. You know, you've seen them, suggested groups for you, and you scroll through them. That cover image needs to speak immediately about what that group is about. Okay? Your fourth step is to connect your group to your business page. Make sure that you bring your business page in to your group and make it an admin. That allows you to toggle between your personal page and your business page and post inside of your group. Here's a hint. You want to interact inside of your groups in your business page when at all possible. Why? Because when people interact with your business page and your business page posts, those are audiences that are created. When you're ready to run targeted ads, you'd understand the power of retargeting. Okay. So that's another way that you can capture that activity that's inside of your groups. Okay. Now, number 5, obviously, you're going to need to drive that traffic to your group. Okay. I'm talking about driving traffic to your group. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever created a Facebook ad, and I've been doing that a long, long time. And I have tested every which way but loose when it comes to Facebook targeted ads. I have done ads that you can tap on the carousel, you can tap on the form, you can tap on, your request the CMA. And I'm going to be honest with you, I have never gotten a good response from those type of ads. So if you've had that experience, I can tell you, it's easier to use your group as your lead magnet than it is to offer a free CMA. Everybody can jump on Zillow and get their free CMA, enough to suffice their curiosity. Okay, that's all that is, right? When they become real, they're going to connect with someone that they have a know, like, and trust relationship, aren't they? Okay, so use your group as a lead magnet, not a CMA request. Okay, you'll have a lot more fun with it. Okay, and then number 6, of course, you need to schedule daily prompts. This is where the engagement, can get a little disconcerting, right? Because you expect to have as much engagement as a 300,000 member realtor group. Well, it's just not going to happen, especially when you've got 50 or 100 or 200, it doesn't matter. The engagement has to start from you, and you have to be consistent with it. You have to go in there and start the conversation. You have to be the first one to post. Even when it feels like nobody is listening to you, I guarantee they are watching you. Okay? Never underestimate the fact that your audience is watching you. And when they're inside your group, this is a safe environment for them. And they are plugged in more than you realize, even though they might not like, comment, share, whatever you're expecting them to do. They are there. So you have to be consistent without a second thought. Okay. Because the minute you put a thought in your mind that nobody's paying attention to you, you're going to stop posting. And when you stop posting, your group just dies on the vine. It really does. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Has anybody experienced their group just dying on the vine? Has anybody experienced that feeling where, will somebody please talk to me? You know what I mean? All right. Go ahead and tell me. It's okay. Right. But you have to keep that content flowing. Right. Today, you can do it a lot more easy with the prompt and the admin assistant groups. Facebook makes a lot of that reoccurring for you, and you can schedule. Okay. So that's easy today, a lot easier than it was back in the day. All right. And number 7, deliver a weekly live stream. If that's your thing, that's where you want to do your videos. You know, that's where you want to connect with your audience. Okay. It can be a public group, it can be a private group, it does not matter. But that's how they're going to get to know you much faster, much better with weekly live streams. Okay. So I recommend, here's a hack for you. If you say, I don't like to do lives, I can't get out there, I can't do this, you know, I'm going to give you a little hack. Create a group. Create a group of one. Yourself, a private group. Nobody can see it. Nobody can find it. Nobody can jump in it. It's a private group of you. You're the only one in there. Go in your own private group and practice going live. Okay. You've got to nail this down. If you're not comfortable with it, you need to get comfortable with it. It's not going to go away. Okay. Trust me. I've tried. Okay. I've tried to avoid it. I've tried to ignore it. I am not dancing on TikTok. I don't care what anybody says, but you can make your own path when it comes to video, and you can find a way to get comfortable. And that is just by doing. So I challenge you to go into your own private group every day for 30 days and go live. Go live and practice. Okay. Nail that down so that you are confident in delivering content into your own groups. Okay. All right. Now, if you want to take your business to the next level, do you want to? Right? Do you want to generate unlimited leads for your real estate business? I'm going to tease you now here. Here comes the tease. Okay. You have 2 options. You can keep beating your head up against the wall to attract business, or you can collaborate with other agents who are making an impact monetizing their Facebook groups and business page. Now, trust me, I have worked with agents who have come to me with groups with Jennifer has a group of 6,000 people in her market, and she was not capitalizing on that group at all. And when we started working together, we scrubbed it, we cleaned it up, we created rules, we established guidelines, we shifted the content, we started driving traffic to her website. Now that group is a money-making machine for her. Absolutely. That's where her business comes from. Okay. And if you see Nicole Gates kicking around this group, you can absolutely reach out to Nicole Gates and talk to her about her business page. That girl has monetized her business page. She's got like 50,000 followers, probably 54, if I'm not mistaken. 54,000 followers on her business page, and she has monetized it to the point where Facebook is paying her a handsome sum every month. And I am not kidding. Okay. Right? Nicole Gates. You can reach out to Nicole Gates and ask her about her Facebook page, her business page, and it's fabulous. The content she's putting through there is just fabulous. And we are absolutely looking at different ways to monetize that even more. But Facebook, I mean, if as soon as you get 5,000 page followers, not personal, but your business page, you should expect an invitation to monetize. And when that happens, that's when you're paid for your viral content. Okay. So there's lots of ways that you have to tap into. But I can promise you, if you're just sitting there making reels and that's all you're doing, you're missing the boat. If you're just sitting there making videos and posting in your personal page, you're missing the boat. You're missing a piece of the puzzle. You have attended a webinar and gotten only one nugget and not the entire basket of nuts. Okay, that's how that works. You're missing a piece of the nugget there. All right. Six-figure system, that's what I call what I do. It gives you a step-by-step process of how to implement everything that we've talked about here today. Okay. I'm going to tell you, it's a video instructions, it's all the share screen, click here, do this, here's that, here's this. I give you graphics, I give you the words, I give you the rules, I give you everything that you need in the six-figure system. It's a flat $197, and it comes with a free 30-day membership into the collaboration group, what I like to call the collaboration group. It's a membership. We have a small membership. It's not a huge group. It's a small group. And we like it that way, so I kind of keep it limited, to be honest with you. But we do have the membership group. If you have purchased the six-figure system, only the people who have purchased the system are in that group. Okay, so there's about a 12 or 13 of us in there. And it's $75, but that's where you're going to get your continued support. And that's where, the biggest thing that we deal with in that membership is all the bloody changes that Facebook throws at us, right? Because every time Facebook changes something, we have to correct course. And that's what a quality membership should do for you. That's the value that you receive when you collaborate closely with other agents that are working on the same things that you are. Okay, so there you have it. I'll drop the links, or they're in your email if you'd like to check out my offer. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. Throw them at me. I'll stay here for a few more minutes. If you got some questions, put them out there. And if not, I'll circle back around, because I know I've gone over my 30 minutes here that I promised I'd get you out. So I'll circle back around and answer any questions in the posts if I miss any. Okay. What's her name? Did I get that one? Was it Nicole Gates you were looking for? Or my friend Jennifer Williams also has a large group in Atlanta. Okay. Those are some girls. Kelly will also tell you, Kelly Durham, she's been with me for a while, right? Okay, here we go. And yay, Kendall, how are you? Oh, good. I'm glad. Yes, Facebook groups are absolutely the thing. Kendall, the agent with the Facebook page was Nicole Gates. You know her. She's in our membership group, and you can talk to her in our thread. That's one of the things that we have in our membership group. We have a chat thread, and that's where we communicate with each other and collaborate, mostly is in the chat thread. Now, I don't like most of them chats, because some of them just get, they get run away with notifications and people just putting, minimal stuff in there. Ours is very serious. We have very serious conversations in that chat, and that's where the juice is, right there, right? All right. Oh, and Jennifer Williams has a big group in the Atlanta area, Statesboro. I'm sorry, not Atlanta, Statesboro. She's in Statesboro, and she has a group of about 6,000. I think she's got another group of like 4,000. We've got absolutely some hacks that we can do, Kendall, to get your groups moving. Okay. And I also have a virtual assistant that is available for you to hire. If you're not the techie type of person, I have a virtual assistant, Bianca, who is also available to help you set everything up. She's available by, an hourly rate for just small projects or tasks, or she's available for packages of items that you might need done. Okay. So we try to help you any way we can. I mean, I really, really, want to get things implemented, because when you put this in place, you'll find the future a lot easier. Okay. Do our groups need to be pages now? Well, that is a good question, Kendall, because yes, again, like we talked about, Facebook is coming out with some horrendous changes in April that will affect groups. Okay. Not pages, but groups. And if you haven't heard, in April, about the 21st of April, Facebook is going to stop allowing third-party platforms to post inside of groups, only groups. That means platforms like what I'm using right here, StreamYard. That means I would not be able to go live using the StreamYard platform inside the group like I am now. I'm going to be forced to go in and use Facebook's own live mechanism, right, in there to go live inside of a group. Now, I'll still be able to go live inside in the pages, and of course on YouTube, and there are other platforms, that we can tap into as well. All right. So that's that. But I think groups absolutely will still serve a purpose, and you have the auto posting tools and reoccurring posting tools inside of Facebook groups as well. You're just going to have to do more manual labor, and so I'm hoping that they will really change their mind about that. No, I wouldn't restart them as pages, Kendall. You've got the infrastructure in place. We just have to tap into it and clean it up. Okay. This is where your systems have caught you where you fell, right? We've put the infrastructure in place. Even though you've ignored the groups, it's okay. They're still there, right? We just have to circle back around and pay attention to them. Okay. That's all we need to do. We just need to roll up our sleeves and get to work. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Let's see. Is the commitment it's month to month. Yes, there's no contract. I don't charge a contract. So for less than $200, you can jump in, get my content, get my step-by-step instructions that's going to set up 4 marketing pillars in your business for less than $200. And that's going to be all of your infrastructure, your suggested tools, everything that you need. You go slow, you can go fast. Right? Nicole's philosophy is once a year, she focuses on the next pillar. Okay. This pillar was this year, this pillar was that year, and she's pulled it together at her pace. Okay. You can do anything at your pace. Okay. But you get 30 days of my help inside the group. And if you want to continue after the 30 days with the membership, then it would just be $75 a month. Okay. Now, my membership, you'll know, and you can ask anybody that's in my membership, I am available to my people whenever they need it. My philosophy is I don't want them sitting there wasting time trying to fix something or get something done correctly. And all they need is a quick answer from me. They're welcome to reach out to me and message me or text me. If I have to jump on a quick private live with them, that's what I do. Okay. That's how I function. That's how I operate. All right. Okay. Can we auto post to pages? Yes. Yes. You'll still be able to auto post to pages. Okay. All right. Thank you for the great questions. I appreciate it. I'll put this replay in your email. It'll also have the links if you'd like to jump in. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.